All right. Hey, everyone. I'm coming on and I'm doing this read. So I have 4 cards already pulled because I was just playing around with my cards. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, also known as Niana, also known as Priestess Michaela 333 on Instagram. And currently have a new opening on my Telegram. So, and I'll be putting all that information over in Instagram, and I think I'll put it here. Maybe, maybe not. So, let's talk, shall we? I had a rather interesting day today. And it was a day where, I kind of needed help with something because I don't get my car back until Monday. It's actually ready, but I don't have a way to get to it right now because I am not spending any money to go through this process. I'm not doing it. So, I have to tell you the messages that I've been getting. And so yesterday, when I was on Instagram, I was talking about some of the things that kept popping up. And I just kept saying to myself, why is this popping up? Why is this coming up? And I kept seeing this figure, this hexagon. And I kept saying, why am I seeing a hexagon? Everywhere I'm been watching, I'll see in the commercials, the hexagon, stop it. Hexagon, I see the colors, and then numbers, but the hexagon was really showing its face. So, drinking pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is anti-inflammatory, and my knee is doing marvelous. Yes, I have flexion in my knee. Yay! No, not walking around like a pirate. Here we go. So, the hexagon is 6-sided with the number 6. It represents truth, union, love, harmony, balance, equality, perfection, integration, interfacing, conjoining, reliability, disability, communication. Okay, that's what it represents. It also falls into the alignment with Tesla, with a lot of this creational work that he's been doing, that he put together long ago. And then that rhythm of that 369. Okay, look that up. I'm not going to get into all of it. But here's the thing. I noticed that with Melania's dress, because I thought the dress that she was wearing when she was getting off the plane, I think it was right after they left the place, that place that went down, the White House, whatever. As soon as they left it, she had this dress on. And I was like, that dress is a little big, but I forgot. Oh, it's code. So I took a look at the dress and I was looking at it and I decoded the colors. I decoded that it had the honeycomb shapes all on it. And the price of the dress was $3,700. What a nice dress that is. So anyway, I have to tell you something. Can we talk? What do? Let's talk about this. Okay. So I get a lot of people constantly either texting me, calling me. A lot of people are in there, what's happening? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, don't get caught up in the drama. Don't get caught up in the soap opera. Don't believe the soap opera. Okay, that's exactly what it is. It's soap opera. Don't believe it. So if you are a light worker, you are going through the modes of, what's the word I'm looking for? You're going through the modes of being who you are. Okay, you're standing in your truth. And I'm going to say this very directly. I don't care who hears this, because I am not going to edit myself for someone else so they can feel okay, so they can feel safe in their little world on what their belief is. And here's my thing. If you believe in something different, that's your preference. If I believe in something different, that's my preference. Everybody has a right to believe in whatever they want to believe in. And nobody has the right to tell somebody else what they believe in is wrong. Okay? Now, if you're going off and hurting somebody and taking life, doing something like that, then no, you're in the wrong. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. All right? Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you stand in honor and reverence of who you are, and you just stand in who you are in your truth. And you represent that, and you talk about it freely. It's what you think, it's what you feel. And then you have other people that don't agree with you, that don't like what you think, and actually don't want to have anything to do with you because you think differently than they do. Fine. Keep it moving. I don't have time for you. I've been watching some things transpire in my life in the past 3 to 4 months. I can honestly say 3 to 4 months. I've been watching people. I've been watching how people have just stopped talking to me because of some of the things that I talk about, or what I say, and what I believe in, and it rubs them the wrong way. Fine. Bye. What do you want me to do? Give you a lollipop? What? Hello? What do? I am who I am. You are who you are. You do you, I do me. Bottom line. Comprende? So I'm like, I don't care. We watched it all. We watched everything play out in the soap opera world. Okay? We watched the last meal of Jesus Christ, I'll put it that way, of when he stands up and says, one of you will betray me tonight. And then we watched that play out of who did the betrayal. Was it Peter, Paul? It rhymes with the Vince. We watched that play out in front of us. And then we watch all this other stuff play out in front of us. Okay? We watched this, and me, like I said, coming from military family, father served in the Navy. Okay? Respectable. He made top honors in where he was. So honestly, really good respect to my dad, Liam Burns. Okay. So here's the thing. I think it's very fitting when the back is turned towards you. I do. Because if you've done something so disgusting, so wrong in so many ways, it's very fitting. It's very fitting. You don't get my heart, you get my back. You get to see my backside to you. Yeah. So my hands off to these wonderful military men that distribute that, and women, because they're standing for that. And right now, if you really are following truth seekers and you're following truth and you're not buying all the stuff you're being handed down on TV, um, we're under military. We're under that. That's what's happening. And I find it very interesting to see that happening. Because if you do know the whole story of everything, especially what, Hollywood? Come on now. Look how quiet it is. Where's Hollywood? Should be asking yourself a lot of questions. Because here's the thing. We're in a spiritual warfare. That's all there is to it in a nutshell. Let's just get real. Let's just get down to the indigenous part of it right now. We're in spiritual warfare. And the whole gamut of everything is breaking apart. And there's one inorganic beings trying to keep it when the organic beings are saying no. So we got this going on. And we're in the middle going, oh my gosh, what the hell is happening? We're going from side to side. Okay. Here's the thing. In our world of light, in our world of healing, in our world of being who we are, we stand in the divinity. And when I think about in my nursing career, how many times I had to take the hepatitis shot, a gamma shot, flu shot, something else I had to take. When you're born, you got to take all the vaccines that are given to you. And when you're born, you're given a whole bunch of vaccines. Nobody asks you. They just do it. And your body has to try to figure out what to do with that. Your body actually has to try to figure out what's going on. And I'm going to say it just like this. And this is going to strike a chord in your spirit of what I'm about to say. You are perfectly designed. You are divine. You come from the source. Your body is powerful. It can heal itself. And all it takes for something to come along and enter your body through your skin that is not of its divineness, you don't know, that can injure you, that can just take its time to do things with you. Okay, let's just be real. It's time out for the shenanigans of things that are still trying to hide and not be seen. No. What do? We see you just fine. We see everything. Those of us that are awake, we see it just fine. We see it. And there's no way of how you can shut that down. Once you, and I've been told this forever, I said, Felicia, once you open that closet door to your spiritual path, you cannot go back and close it. Because what's going to happen, all of the energy of what you are seeking is going to come tumbling down on you, and then you have to decipher between what it is that you want to see or not see. What do you want to learn? What do you not want to learn? What's on your path? What's not on your path? Okay. So I find it very interesting that when I open up my closet door, everything of what I was, hold on a second, that sun is hitting like just right. And it's starting to bother me. So hold on. Let me walk over with the new flexion in my knee. Yay! I'm so excited. We're done with that. Yes, you know where I am. So, anyway, as I was saying, you step onto your path and you start to learn and remember who you are. So, I've had a lot of time. I've been here since Thursday. I've had time to really think about some things. And like I said, you're perfectly designed until someone comes up and interferes with your field. Okay? And I asked this question to Creator. Why does it take so long to get to this place where we are right now, waking up? Because we had so many setbacks, so many setbacks, so many setbacks, and so many deceiving things to keep us under control. And I think it's really sad that these inorganic xenomorphs, these xenomorphs, have been so busy trying to keep everything their way. And the time, they ran out. They ran out of their time. So when you're the healer and you know you're here to do a service and to be of service, and you got all this energy coming all up around you, and you're like, what the heck am I going to do with this? And how am I supposed to do my work? How am I supposed to be of service? How am I supposed? You keep focused and you keep going. Because right now, everything is all about staying focused and not buying into the storyline. Okay? For me, being who I am, very sensitive, very empathic, and feel people. I can feel when somebody lying to me. I feel it. And I feel the fakeism. I call it fakeism. I call it fake talk. And fake talkers, I can spot you in a minute. I don't even have to take a minute. I can spot you in 5 seconds. As soon as you say something that's not resonating true here, it's over with. And I might not just say anything. I might just smile at you and say, ah, you have a nice day. Ah. But in my mind, I'm saying, why are they faking telling me a story? I've had a lot of that experience last year and in 2019. A lot of fakeism. And I'm seeing fakeism now. I'm seeing it. Why do we keep settling for this? When did we say it's okay to come and tell me a fake ass story? I don't remember what part of my soap opera that I signed up for, but I sure better be getting paid for it. And I better be getting paid very well to play my part. I'm serious, and I better be up for the Academy Award. Because I know somebody who's getting an award and it's gonna be good. Oh, and the Academy Award goes to Best Actor, Mr. Anyway. I have to have fun with this because if you don't laugh at some of the craziness that's going on right now, you'll start to feel as though, I don't know, like you're maybe needing comfort in certain things that aren't for your highest good. So I have to laugh sometimes because if you get caught up in the energy of it, it brings you down, which brings me to my next point. So energy was sky high, sky high, sky high, and then all of a sudden the bee gets in there and we just went. So let me tell you how much fun I've been having and laughter because I can see the script. Script's not even written right. I'm picking out literally all the stuff. Well, this looks like Hunger Game to me. What is, oh, look, oh, what is she saying with that dress? Oh, it's the Hunger Games. What do you think the Hunger Games stands for, lovelies? What do you think it stands for? What do you think the main objective about the Hunger Games was? What was their main thing when the Hunger Games first came out? Who did they sacrifice in their games? And why did Lady Dagla wear that godforsaken dress? I guess somebody's not going to be eating at McDonald's. Anyway, no, she's not. That's not what she's looking for. She's looking for something else. Hunger Games. Anyway, I find it very, very crazy. And you know what? I kind of checked in energetically because I didn't watch all that stuff because I just knew it wasn't what it was supposed to be and blah blah blah. It's like the Matrix gone bad. Let's edit that. So the Matrix has a glitch in it. Anyway, anyway, I thought it was really interesting that all the military is still there and it don't have nothing to do with what you think it is. It has to do with what's inside. Got to keep it guarded inside, right? Got to keep it there. Make sure it doesn't go running off. It's right where it needs to be. Yes. And I thought it was so funny because the reading really points out what I'm going to show you in the cards because I used the Light Seers deck. Okay. Just playing around, I pulled 4 cards just to see what I was going to get. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to go live. So I thought this was really funny. One of the scenes I saw where this inorganic being was talking. And I noticed how little his desk is. He has a little desk where he's supposed to be signing all these important papers. His desk is really little. As a matter of fact, his desk looked like something that was for a child to sit at. I'm not kidding. It was a little desk. Wasn't even a big desk, like you would handle things on a big desk. This was a little desk to fit right in that space. And I'm like, that doesn't even look like the office where you're supposed to be citing important papers. I just don't know. it just kind of seems like, it kind of reminds me, what was that movie called? Let me think. It reminds me kind of like, well, it still reminds me of The Matrix. When you finally realize that all the corporation things had to come down, and they're not real anymore, but the person that goes in and thinks it's still existing, and it's not, and it's not in existence. And when you get unplugged out of the matrix, you have to wake up to the reality that it doesn't exist anymore, that you're really in this world, and that world doesn't really exist anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. It's moments like that that makes me feel like it just gives me that peace of mind. And here's the thing, all light workers that are awake, that know what is going on. You're on the right side of the border. You're not on the left. You're not on that. You're on the right side. You know where the light's coming from. All right. So the ones that are awake, you know what's going on. And you feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes, you feel it. And you can see the truth. Okay. You see what's happening. Okay. You feel it, you see it. So this is why I said, don't edit yourself for anybody. And a lot of people I've been talking to, they say, yeah, I can't even talk to so-and-so. I can't. They're doing exactly what they wanted it to do, to divide us. Okay. So that you can be mad at me for what I think, and I'm supposed to disagree with you for what you think. I don't care what you think. I care about what I think and what I see. And like I said, actions speak louder than words. Okay? Actions. And the right kind of actions. Actions that don't cause harm. That don't cause harm. The right actions that do not hurt someone. I think more than anything, and I know more than anything, that it is a sad time when people can be so judging and cruel because they don't understand what they're judging or why they're being cruel. They're just following the plan, the energy. Fall in line. That's all they're doing. They're following it. They follow that. And I've had people get upset with me because of what my thought process is, and what I see and what I feel and what I get messages on. It's fine. I don't care what you think of me and what I think. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is, I'm not editing myself for your beliefs. I'm not going to coddle you and leave myself out because I want to try to maintain a relationship with you, but I have to edit myself in order to have a relationship with you. No, I'm not doing that. And if you got to be fake around me, and you know what I mean by being fake, please don't do me that. I don't need that. And you don't need it either. So being a light worker now is about to get really surreal for a lot of you. And you are going to have to be making a lot of choices about the relationships that are in your circle now or you're part of. You're going to have to walk away. And you're going to have to end relationships that are purely just don't make no sense no more. If you got to explain yourself 24/7 all the time in a relationship with someone, friend, family, whatever, it's not worth your energy or time. Especially if they are not on the train ride. And most people who are not on the train ride, they did not get their ticket. They don't have the seat. They have no idea where the train is even freaking going. So don't waste your time. Don't even waste your energy. Don't waste your time. So everything is fine. It don't look like it is, but trust me, just go past. I watched Columbo today. Want to hear my story about Columbo this morning? Want me to tell you about Columbo? What did I tell you about Columbo? I said Columbo and T have a lot in common, right? Didn't I say that? So I was watching Columbo, but I was actually switched Columbo and put T in place of Columbo, okay? And I'm watching it. And this one was about this brother, these two brothers. They had a winery. In the winery, the one older brother stayed on the property, and the younger brother was busy running around getting married and spending up the money and whatever, the fortune. And he was going to go off and go get married in Cancun, I don't know, someplace down there. and he came back to get some money from the older brother. He said, well, I need some money because I'm getting married this weekend. And he goes, what? And he goes, okay. And then when I come back, I'm going to sell the winery. And he's like, no. So what happened, the older brother was already making a business deal with these people over the wine. And the older brother said, no, I can't have that. So he flips out, kills the younger brother. Okay. Now the younger brother drove this little red sports car. He was a scuba diver. All right. And so the older brother decides to make it look like he drowned during scuba diving. But here's the problem. He put his brother down in the wine cellar. Okay. And in the wine cellar, he had this air vent system, but he turned it off because he didn't want any air in there. He wanted to make sure that his brother would just be dead, no air, no nothing. So he moved the body 4 days later, which makes it a total of 6 days that he was missing. Okay. So he moved the body and made it look like his car went off the cliff, or made it look like he drowned in a scuba diving. So his car was still up on the cliff, but he made it look like he drowned from scuba diving. So that they find his body out by the ocean. Okay. There's a point to this, trust me. So the whole time, Columbo, how he does it. Oh, well, when's the last time you talked to your brother? Well, how long has he been missing? Oh, do you guys have a good relationship? And, oh, what's this? And, oh, what kind of wine is this? Oh, this tastes good. And, Columbo's in there just doing it up. And he's like, I'm going to figure out who did this. I know he did it. But I have to prove how he did it so I can show the people, the audience, how he did it. So anyway, Columbo plays it all down and acts like, oh, I had it all wrong. I thought for sure you killed your brother, but I guess I was wrong. I'm going to go ahead and close this case. Come and have dinner with me. I'm going to invite you and your secretary to dinner. So they go to this expensive restaurant. Okay. Now keep in mind the older brother had a winery. Okay. He turned off the air conditioning system in the winery. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, keeps everything cool. Okay, so they're sitting at the table and they're gonna have their wine and everything. And Columbo calls out, "Oh, could you bring me your best wine?" And blah blah blah. And so the wine comes out, and this is one of his wines from his cellar. And it's like, "Oh, what's that?" So he gets the wine and he pours the wine in the glass, and they're all drinking it. And Columbo says, "Oh, this is really good." And the older brother, the wine keeper, the wine man, tastes it. And he goes, "This is disgusting." Throws it down. "This wine is terrible. This wine has been spoiled and it needs to stay at a temperature of over a blah, blah, blah. And it cannot, temperature in the cellar cannot go over 110 degrees over this wine. It will spoil the wine and da, 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 da. Only an expert wine person would know that. If the wine was spoiled due to heat and improper cooling, right? So Columbo was like, "Oh, wow, that's nice to know. Wow. Okay. I did not know that. I had no idea that the wine had to be at a certain temperature." Next thing you see, after they leave the restaurant, the next day you see the older brother pulling all the wine out of the winery because he knows, oh crap, if they test the wine in here, they're gonna catch me. So he gets all the wine and puts it in baskets and everything. He goes over where the cliff was, where he dumped his brother, and he's dumping all the wine in the river. In the ocean, and he's just going at it. He goes back up the side of the hill to go back to the back of his little station wagon and get the rest of the wine out. And Columbo's sitting right there, and he goes, "How did you know?" He goes, "Well, I knew you were going to come back here. You were going to take all that wine out because that wine, when you put me in the cellar to tour it and was telling me there was no way out for me in there, I took one of your wine bottles and I brought it to the restaurant and I was going to serve it up. And I knew only you would know from the time of death of your brother that you had him down in that cellar and you turned off the air. And that's why your cellar was hot when it was supposed to be at a cooler temperature." So he caught this man on just the temperature of the wine. Now, what does this have to do with what I'm telling you? Well, sometimes it's the little things that we have to pay attention to that's telling you the whole story right in front of your face. Sometimes it's the little tiny details that you got to look at because they're doing it right in front of you. They just want to see how good. Remember those cartoon things? Okay, remember this? Remember on Sunday? I think they still do it. Those of us that still physically get a newspaper, I think they still make these things. You get the newspaper. I always like to go to the comics. And I always wanted to go to this one part that's called the seeking one, hiding. What's different in the picture. So you got two pictures that look the same. One is different. There's about 6 or 7 or 8 things wrong in that picture. And you got to pick out which ones are wrong because it doesn't look the same as the other picture. Follow what I'm saying? So you will get your comic and you're comparing the two different pictures and they don't look the same. I don't know. Maybe the cat had one whisker less on the left side. Oh, or maybe the table that was over on the side was shorter than the original table in this other picture. Or maybe the flag was down, had a little trim around it. Maybe the other flag didn't have a trim. Checkmate. Are you following what I'm saying? So $3,700 is a lot for the dress that she was wearing, but I think it's worth it. Mhm. So anyway, I know that was all in here, but I'm following exactly what the message, how creator wanted me to say it. And I thought that was kind of cool to use Sunday's comic. Can you tell the difference? What's different in the photos? Pick out what's missing in the photo. Well, shit, there was a whole bunch of stuff missing in a lot of those photos. I don't know, truth. I don't know, people. I don't know, a whole bunch of movie stars. I don't know, there was a whole bunch of stuff missing in those pictures. Which one was telling the truth? Which picture looked the same? If what you're seeing of the man in this picture, is that the same man in this one? Is that the man in the mirror? Are you seeing what you think you're seeing? How did, what's his name, say it to in the Matrix when Neo was walking and he says, "Are you paying attention to what I'm saying, or are you paying attention to the lady in the red dress?" And Neo was trying to play it off. He was looking at the lady in the red dress. He didn't hear what Orpheus was saying. Is that, are you paying attention to what I'm saying? Or are you paying attention to the lady in the red dress? So are you paying attention to what is being shown to you, but are you paying attention to that man? Is it Memorex? Is it real? That used to be one of my favorite commercials for buying the little tapes and stuff. I had to have the best tapes to make my music on, because I had to do my dance competitions and rehearsals and stuff, and I had to have the best sounding tapes because I was mixing my music. Back in that time, I didn't know I was DJing. Who would have known? Me. Doing my mixing, making my dance music. And I liked Memorex. It was one of my favorite. So, let me show you what these cards were. The 4 that I pulled. First one, where are we at right now energetically? We're right here. 3 of Swords. Yeah. Then we are 7 of Swords. Yeah. Searching. Looking, feeling betrayed, feeling energy. What is this? What's going on? Then we got the beautiful Page of Swords. 3 swords. Looking for documentation, searching. Gotta trust, because she's walking on a tight balance there. Gotta search for it. Looking for that truth. But in the end, this is the best. Ace of Wands, new creation, new way of thinking and being, new inspiration coming. So I found this, when I saw this and I pulled the cards, and I said, oh my gosh, and then I just heard, go live and present this. And I found them to be very, very on point. I love these cards. The light seekers. Those of us that are healers, we are light seekers. We are the light. We carry that light. And every person that is a healer and the light seeker, and you stand in your truth, stand in your truth. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have to edit yourself because, oh, this person is going to like what you say, or this person is going to like what you say, or your family. And then I purposely am staying quiet with my family until this stuff is over with because I didn't like what the energy was doing. And I saw how, in Taino, it's called a Moboya, negative influence energy that comes up. The Moboyas. The Moboyas, all they need is a little crack to get in, to cause judgment, hatred, imbalances, anger, anxiety, depression, bad talking about each other, not trusting each other, chaotic energy. Moboyas love it. They feed off of that. They love that stuff. Every time we sink into that lower division and stay third dimensional, a lot of people are third dimensional. They don't want to change. They don't want to see anything. They don't want to hear anything. They just want to just give me my pillow today and let me just stay that way because I don't like change and I don't want to hear about it. They want to just stay like that. I'm perfect in my little world. Okay. Just make sure if you're going to stay in your little world, you keep your frequency up. And you know what's going on. And you are aware. And you do the research. And you go and find the truth of everything. And you wake up. They want you to know. Trust me. They want you to know. But you got to be willing to go look. And now they do things so blatantly in front of you to see if you're going to get it. Please remember, it's like Sunday, going and looking at two of the pictures to see which one has what is missing in the second picture. That's where we are right now. We're Sunday comics looking at the second picture. What's missing? What's not fitting in? What's not fitting in? What do? I hope you got my message today. I hope my story about Columbo, how he caught that guy, was something. I hope you understand about the Hunger Games. If you don't understand the Hunger Games, go back and watch the first two to get a gist of what Lady Guagua is trying to do. Really? And the worst acting award goes to all the fakers that were sitting out in the audience that weren't real. Oh my God. And this is what it means when you're awake and you know the truth. And then when they come and do stupid things like this, that's supposed to make it looks real and it's not, you know. And don't let anybody else run game on you. Because you know it in here. You know that false energy, it has a very dense and flat energy. It's like flat line, clear. False energy is a flat line. Has no, it has none of that. It has none of that. This was the whole thing. Trust me, it was just this. CPR, nope, we're still like this. There was no rhythm. It was just, and it's still. I keep hoping to see, but I'm not seeing any of it. I'm still seeing this. Flat line. Anyway, please give me a thumbs up if you liked what I said, if you received the message. I hope you did get that message because sometimes you just got to say it the way it is. So, $3,700 for a dress is just the right price. Anyway, I hope everybody's good to themselves. Please keep your frequency up. Do not fall into the trap and get all beside yourself. And please, please, please check on people that you know that might become depressed or sad and having some emotional things happening. Please lift them up in their frequency. Please make sure if you have not heard from anybody in a couple of days or 3 days or so, physically go check on them. Because nowadays, sometimes you don't know. Some people just leave the planet and they're gone. I already had that happen to brother friend of mine's. He checked on someone and they were gone. Kept having that pull for like 4 or 5 days. Like he had to go over and go check out because phone call, text, and stuff was being ignored. So please keep an eye on people. Keep an eye on anyone that's taking the vaccine and make sure that they're okay. Just because they leave the hospital and they got the vaccine and, 3 or 4 days they were sore or whatever, watch them for 14 days. Watch over them for 14 days. Make sure no fevers. Make sure they start having problems. Take them in immediately. Okay? Please keep an eye on them. All right, lovely. I'm going to go take my nice, hot, big, nice Dead Sea mineral salt bath and drink more pineapple juice. So it's been my pleasure to be here with you this evening. I want all of you to be safe and be good to yourselves. Keep your frequency up. Please drink your water. Sleep well. Get those crystals out. Make sure you have them nearby. All right. Be soul